Welcome to week number 3. As you can see, I'm no longer on vacation. For the video this week, I am going to be doing some yoga. I know nothing about yoga, so this is going to be a little journey, and it's for beginners, so it's nothing really crazy or like outlandish. I have kept up my walking a little bit this week. I'm going to try to do at least 10 to 20 minutes of walking a day. The half marathon I want to do is in April. It's the Run Disney Star Wars Dark Side half marathon. I haven't registered yet because registration is a lot of money, and I'm just not sure I'll be able to go that distance yet. And I'm kind of waiting to see how my health handles the winter. So I'm not registered. I'm not fully committed to it yet, but it's still my goal to be able to complete a half marathon by that time. So I just kind of wanted to explain why yoga is really good for CF, and specifically these yoga poses or stretches, movements that I'm going to be doing today. With CF, when you cough a lot, your chest muscles get really tense. They just don't move the way they should, and sometimes your ribs can even get messed up and out of shape or end up in the wrong places. So most of these stretches are really about pulling your ribs apart and working on keeping your rib cage more flexible, which is something that I'm guessing an average healthy person doesn't think about. And yoga is also really good because it focuses a lot on how you're breathing while you're moving. That's really important in CF because sometimes you can breathe, but you can't move. So to really take the time to sit down and figure out how to do both of them together is pretty good. Hopefully this is going to be beneficial. I really wanted to talk about how some really simple basic stretches can just improve your daily life. And for me, they do a lot. It's nothing difficult. It's nothing that takes more than a few minutes a day. But they're really, really helpful. I also have my first doctor's appointment of the year today. Hopefully it goes well. I haven't had the best of luck the past year with them, so eventually they have to start looking up. I think they have to start getting better sometime. Hopefully that will be sooner rather than later. So I'll say something, I'll post something about how my doctor's appointment went, but for now we are going to do some yoga. So the yoga is starting off with some really basic breathing exercises, just focusing on taking a deep breath in through your nose and breathing out through your mouth. And when I do that, I try to extend my inhales as long as I can, because you could really feel you can kind of feel your lungs filling up with air. And personally for me, when I get to a point where they're full, I try to keep stretching them, which can be a little hazardous, and you don't want to do it to a point where you're uncomfortable, but it's really helpful. This is a really basic stretch that I recommend pretty much anybody at any time to try and do. But you just put your hands together, and I keep a little pressure in between my hands. I'm not sure if you're supposed to, but this is what I do. And you put your fingers and you extend your arms out. And when you lift your arms up, you can feel the stretching down here on the lower part of your ribs. And you can also feel the stretches in your arms and stuff, but I'm more focused on this part right now. So you can really feel it right here. And you can feel all your ribs separating in a good way. And you can feel them it's a comfortable stretch. And when you bring your arms down, Like you can feel how, from your neck all the way down here, more towards the back of your ribs. And you can feel how they kind of just like stretch out, and like it's almost like your muscles are sighing in relief, which is really comfortable, nice feeling. So I started doing this while I was doing my breathing treatments, and it's just, I felt like I was inhaling the medications a lot deeper, and they were getting to the right places a lot quicker and more effectively than without stretching. And plus, for us people with CF, spending, hours a day doing those breathing treatments, you're not necessarily active while you're doing them. And it's just a lot of downtime, so adding some stretches at the same time is really easy. It's nothing too strenuous, and it feels really effective. So I would recommend that everybody just try some basic stretches while they're doing their treatments. It's really nice, and it helps you feel more productive. Like if you have any kind of anxiety, like I do personally, and sometimes spending all of that time just doing the treatments, you just kind of feel like you're not getting anything accomplished, and it just kind of helps you. It's like multitasking, but in a positive way. So it helps you feel like you're accomplishing more than you would be otherwise, which is really nice. The next stretch was just like extending your body one side and holding it. And then you come back, then you extend your body to the other side. Okay, and if you are anything like me, one of my sides is worse than the other when I'm sick, and it's usually my left side. So I can kind of feel, it feels different between one side to the other. And like one side almost feels heavier and more tense and stressed out. You kind of want to focus more on your bad side in that case. Just doing that a few times, like my left side is worse. So pulling this apart and really taking a few minutes to focus on breathing at the same time, you can really feel it. And you can almost feel how, this might get a little gross, but you can feel how the mucus in your body is moving at the same time. So you can kind of get an understanding of where you need to be moving to help your coughs be more productive. And it's really kind of neat in that sense, that the more you make these like really basic subtle movements with your body, the more you kind of understand how things flow through your body. And it's about helping your body be as productive as possible, I think. And these are just some really simple ways to get to the point where you're more conscious of how your body is working. It's kind of neat. One of the yoga stretches I found that I really like is the child's pose, I think it's called. And you kind of like sit on your feet and you just stretch. And like you want to keep reaching with your hands out when you're stretched down, because you can really feel your ribs open up. I don't know if I'm explaining any of this properly, so please just bear with me. I've never really done this before. But yeah, you can really feel it open up. And if you're having like a bad time where you're coughing a lot and your chest is really like, you can feel chest tightness, this helps so much. It helps me a lot. I do that I actually find myself doing it more and more frequently. I kind of discovered that when I was looking into yoga, a year or so ago, and it's just something that I've kept doing continually, even though I don't practice yoga regularly. That's one stretch that just really pulls apart your ribs and helps you get more space so you can breathe easier. And if you're going to try any yoga poses ever in your life, just do that one. That's what I do if I'm just sitting on my bed and I'm just kind of chilling. I'll really stretch out all of this area, and it's so nice. It's just so good. These are some basic stretches if you are looking to just improve your breathing overall throughout the day. If you're having a bad day, you wake up and your chest feels really tense and tight, and you're just kind of in that pre-sick mode, or sometimes you feel that way if you didn't get enough sleep. These are just some really simple stretches that take less than 5 minutes to do that will really help open up your airways and help you focus on breathing just for a few minutes to start your day off a little better. I do them fairly regularly, and I really enjoy them, and I hope you will enjoy them too. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next week.